Hey guys, my name is Anastasia and welcome to my channel. This is my first video and I hope you like it. So why did I make this channel? My prime goal has always been to connect with people. The written word is my medium, but being a designer means that I'm constantly, looking for new ways to formulate my ideas and new ways to communicate. So I figured, why not try this new way of attempting to reach people? The other day, my sister and I went downtown to Old City, my town's charming historic district. We had macaroons and did Christmas shopping, or in my case it was more like Christmas window shopping. We ended up visiting my sister's friend who has an 8-year-old daughter. Now, if you know anything about me, which you don't, but hopefully that will soon change, you'll know that I have a bit of a tendency to romanticize winter, hot beverages, pumpkin spice lattes, French culture, fairy tales, you name it. And one of those things is definitely childhood. In my defense, I was never the kid that wanted to grow up too fast, Pretty much always knew that I wanted to stay little forever. And now that I am grown up, I can't help but constantly get nostalgic for how I think I remember things from when I was in overalls and winter hats with the puffs at the end, which, I was mortified to wear then, but I basically live for now. So there I am, sitting at the adults table, drinking my usual black coffee. Everyone's in their proper place, and there's this little 8-year-old princess just vying for my attention, running away, asking me to chase her, and basically just inviting me into her world. The same world I so chronically miss. I gave in, of course, and asked her if she wanted to play together. Ended up spending the entire visit in her room, looking at her dolls and unicorns and drawing fairies and princesses on her whiteboard. While her mom joked that I'm actually 8 years old, I couldn't help feeling so out of touch. I was so wholly mystified by this little 8-year-old girl and how she saw and what she was thinking. I wanted so desperately to access her world, and I could just watch from the sidelines. There's a quote by Amanda Botton that I love. Most of our childhood is stored not in photos, but in certain biscuits, kinds of sky, smells, textures of carpet. And I just love that. I mean, it's so true. It's exactly what I'm working my novel about, this idea that, there are these tangible and yet intangible mementos that we hold so sacred, we constantly sort of subliminally search for in everything. You could walk past a bakery and catch a whiff of dough that you convince yourself you tasted when you were 5 years old, and it sort of haunts you. It's funny how that happens. We're pretty much shut entirely out of our childhood worlds, save for these vestiges, these little, traces that don't really mean anything. They're just ordinary objects that we project, sense onto. On our way back, my sister was reminiscing about her 13th birthday, and just remembering how happy she felt and how she wished she could feel that happy again. And it reminded me of another quote, this time by Charles Baudelaire. The child sees everything in a state of newness. He is always drunk. Nothing more resembles what we call inspiration than the delight with which a child absorbs form and color. Genius is nothing more nor less than childhood recovered at will. Maybe what you lose in growing up, you gain back in the ability to think deeply, to analyze. Those things can turn the mundane to magic. You no longer need elves and fairy tales and castles and unicorns to be in awe of, to marvel at. The simple things can become extraordinary if you look at them with fresh eyes. It's like a good book, each reread reveals something new, something that, affects you so powerfully that never would have affected you that powerfully had you read it, say, 5 years back, It's like that. So what does this mean for you? I think the ultimate way we can stay childlike is through how we choose to see and how we choose to share our inner world with others. That's all it takes, isn't it? Just one person to make a world. One life can be the whole world. Just think about that for a second. It's pretty incredible. The things that happen to you, how you react to them, the things you like, the things that make you angry, the things that make you cry, the things that you find so beautiful it hurts, the tried and true songs that you've dubbed the soundtrack to your life. These things together make a world, and you can choose to share that world with others, by making a difference, making art, or whatever your definition of a difference or art may be. You know, whether it's technology or music or words or video or simply by just being the world to someone else, you know, making one life more beautiful by, you know, by loving or, you know, sharing kindness. So in a nutshell, that's why I made this channel. If there's anything I'm good at, yeah, sure, it's romanticizing, but I prefer to think of it as, you know, looking at the beautiful side of things, you know, whether melancholic or otherwise. And I just think life is too short not to engage in things that move you, and it's definitely too short not to share those moments with others. This is just my ticket to Neverland. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys stick with me for a while. Remember, if you like this video, please subscribe. If you'd like to get to know more about me, leave questions for me in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them in the next video. Have an amazing holiday. Bye!